Yep, we're live. Live. Namaste, everybody. Sorry for the delay. We've been doing lots of different classes across many different platforms, so we've started a live in the wrong platform. Here we are now, Mindful Movement Journey with Chantelle. So just pulling up to see all the people who are here. Say hello in the comments area. Would be very helpful to see who's here. Platform. Here we are now, Mindful Movement. All right, so if you haven't been along to one of our classes before, as I mentioned, my name's Chantelle. I'm one of the yoga and meditation teachers at Everton Park Yoga. My husband and I alternate the classes, so one week he teaches, the next week I teach. So today I'm going to be taking you through a practice that I've themed Mindful Movement Journey. So what we're going to be doing this evening is really slowing our breath down, really connecting our breath with the movement and really just dropping into our bodies. So this is a really nice opportunity just to ground the mind down, but also open the body in a really supportive, natural way. Hey, Rebecca. Yep, if you want to say hi, if there's any areas of your body that need some attention, just drop it into the comments area and I'll see if I can tailor a bit of a class around that as well. So nice to see some people logging on. Let's try and see if we can stick to the 1 hour of our practice today, really making that commitment and that time for yourself. Okay. So coming either in a seated position or lying down, whatever your body needs. And just starting to close your eyes, softening the muscles around your face. Just drawing those collarbones away from each other and just relaxing those shoulder blades down your back. Just allowing your hips just to relax into the ground. If you're lying down, you might want to allow your limbs just to release by the side of your body. Just becoming aware of your breath and taking one hand onto your abdomen, one onto your collarbones. And let's start drawing that breath down to the navel, allowing the breath to expand into the hand. Then draw the breath up through the rib cage area and up into the upper lungs. The collarbones will rise. And then just relax the chest, allow the breath to empty from the upper lungs, moving back down through the middle lungs, and draw the breath into the navel area of the body. Draw the navel back towards the spine. Take a pause and then start the cycle again. So this complete yoga breathing is what we're practicing. It has so many wonderful benefits. What we're really trying to focus on is just slowing the breath down, just trying to lengthen the breath. And on the next exhalation, we're going to bring a humming sound through the throat region for the entire length. We're going to do this 3 times. So let's inhale together and humming. And then increase the pitch so it rests in your forehead. Now lowering the pitch so it rests in the sternum. Beautiful. And just bring your hands down. Once again, just rechecking in. Just becoming aware of that breath. And just watching the breath just automatically flow in and out of the body effortlessly. Let's be that observer watching this magnificent function of the body take place. When we breathe in, we're breathing in fresh prana into the body. Let's take 3 nice deep long breaths now. Your 3 biggest breaths for the day. You might feel like you need to sigh it out. I definitely feel like I need to sigh it out. One more time. So I really invite you to just really slow your practice down tonight and really focus on the foundation, our breath, as we move through this mindful movement journey on our mat tonight. So just start by just turning our heads from side to side, whether you're lying down or in a seated position. And if you're lying down, then please make your way slowly, mindfully into a seated position. And then we're just going to tuck our chin into our chest. Inhale, lifting up the gaze slightly, not crunching the back of the neck, not going completely to the back, but just starting to bring some mobility, lifting the eye gaze and releasing back. Inhaling up, exhaling. So we've had some requests for some shoulders, please. Shoulders, please. Funny that, hey? Shoulders, please. I'm definitely can help you ladies out in that department. If anyone else has any requests, then please just put them in the comment section. But for now, let's bring our hands into a prayer position. We're going to inhale, allow the elbows to rise up to the ceiling. As we exhale, we're going to press the hands out around through the back. Inhale, draw the hands up. Relax the shoulder blades down. Part the hands, side bend over to the left. Really reach for those fingertips. Keep those sitting bones grounded on the mat. Feel that beautiful line of energy running from the fingertips right down through the side body. You might even like to deepen that stretch by just coming onto that forearm. Try not to lift those sitting bones off the mat. Inhaling up and over to the other side. Oh, how good is yoga? I mean, where would we be without yoga? Inhaling up and a gentle twist over to the left, opposite hand to opposite knee. Inhale back up to center and exhale over to the right. Inhaling up and interlace those hands behind our back, squeezing through the shoulders, opening through the chest, jammed. If you need to sigh that tension out, that's around this area, I invite you to do that. And parting the hands. Let's take the left hand out to the side of the body, the right hand just above the left ears. Inhale to prepare, exhale. Release the head over to the right hand side. Walk those hands away from the body for a deeper stretch. And you might have to play around with the angle of your chin just to get that really nice sweet spot. Breathing in and out. One more time, inhaling up and relaxing that hand over to the opposite side. Fingertips above the right ear. Inhale to prepare, exhale to release. Breathing in. And inhaling up. Take our hands onto our shoulders and let's inhale, draw those elbows together, making some nice big circle rotations. And back the other way. Please, if the sound becomes an issue throughout our practice, just comment in the comment section so we can try our best to make modifications so that your experience is pleasant with us tonight. All right, beautiful. Now, grabbing a strap or a belt or a scarf, if you just want to duck up and get one of those items that you can participate with this next exercise. But while we wait, I'm just going to take you through a series of some really cool movements for your neck and shoulder area actually. There are a few yoga therapy techniques by Zenki Yoga. So to begin with, let's just cross our left hand over our right and interlace our hands. And we're going to draw the hands in towards the chest and away from the body. Now, that motion might be different for everyone. Some of you might just be through here. Some of you might be able to extend out. So let's just inhale, exhale out. Getting that motion, and then we're going to draw the hands up to shoulder height. Relax the shoulders. So if this is your shoulders, if this is your range, this is how you'll be. Relax your shoulders. Inhale Exhale to the right, back to center, over to the opposite side. Coming back, then we're going to inhale our hands up and down. Up, inhale, and down. And then releasing, rotating through those wrists one way and back the other way. This time we're going to cross the right hand over the left. And we're going to thread the hands through and release. Great. And then we're going to bring the hands up and swing from side to side. And then coming back, rotating through those wrists. Ah, beautiful. Then we're going to take the left hand out, and then we're going to inhale, draw it up and down our back. With our right hand, we're going to support our elbow, and we're going to encourage the elbow back, okay? Then we're going to slide the elbow across somewhere kind of towards the direction of our head, and then release. Sliding. Inhale. Exhale. And then we're going to draw it right across, and we're going to resist the elbow into the hand and the hand into the elbow. Keep that resistance on and keep the breath flowing. Really take your awareness to this region of the body. Direct the breath there. Keep that resistance on. Inhale, exhale, and release. Inhaling up, and let's draw it across, slide it from side to side, and once again draw it right across and resist. Keep the resistance going. Inhale, exhale, releasing. Just relax both hands onto the tops of your knees. Just feel this warmth, this chi just being generated into this area. So now we're going to inhale this right hand up. I'm going to support that right elbow with the left hand. And let's start by just drawing it across. And then draw it right across, and then resist breathing. Keep that resistance on. Inhale. Exhale, releasing. One more time, inhaling. And drawing the hand across, elbow across a few times, and then resisting. Keep that resistance. Inhale. Exhale. Once again, observe this area and just shrug your ears up and drop them down. You might like to make an L shape. Inhale and exhale, drop them down. Inhale, exhale, drop down. One more time. Great. We're going to interlace our hands, place them around that nice curvature part of the skull there. Inhale, open through the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, draw the chin in and just allow the elbows just to draw towards the direction of each other. We don't want to jar the neck at all. So we're just using the weight from our hands just to achieve that nice stretch for across the tops of the shoulders. Now you can either do this dynamically, inhale and exhale, or you can just stay in that hold. And then we're going to draw the head up, draw the elbows back, and once again we're going to resist the hands into the head and the head into the hands. So hold that resistance, and you might like to just either give your legs a little stretch out if you find they're getting a little bit numb under there. We have been sitting down for quite a while. And then as you cross your legs back, cross the other way. If you pay attention to this, you'll notice when you cross your legs, you'll always put the dominant leg under. So I encourage you as you sit down throughout the week just to think about this. I've got a little reminder, I've got a little anklet on my ankle. So it's just helping me to remind myself not to sit cross-legged the same way every time, just so we can just stay even through our hips. So keep that hold on, keep breathing, softening the muscles around your face. A few sighs coming out tonight, guys. Sorry, it's that hump day release, which is so nice. Better out than in. And now we're going to inhale and exhale. We're going to release our hands. And then taking hold of that strap and walking your hands out so that the arms are straight. We're going to inhale the strap up and over. We're going to try to come through evenly. If you're just joining us, grab a belt, a strap, a scarf. What else could you use? I was looking at a power cord, an unattached power cord. Oh, great. Who suggested shoulders? Beck and Laura, you guys rock. And releasing. A few more times. And generally for most of us, there's this really sweet spot. Maybe not so sweet because we've done a bit of work on all this shoulder region, but Usually this area through here is quite tense, quite jammed up. Just working with that area with the breath. Great, releasing, and let's bring our hands onto our shoulders and let's bring some rotation. Just feel the difference. Oh my gosh, feels like I have a new set of shoulders. Just saved myself $60. Not that I can go to a massage therapist, which I'm hanging for, but we can do these wonderful techniques. Oh, so good. Okay, another cool technique I'm going to show with you tonight is another yoga therapy technique from this Zenki yoga stuff. It's called Japanese Do-In. So there's a few ways to energize the body and to get all those pathways, energetic pathways in the body flowing. It's really important that we actually move the prana of the body around on a daily basis. Otherwise, we can be feeling quite stuck in our life, and this can manifest out into our choices that we make simply by bringing some movement into the body. It helps us to move out of that state of heaviness. So sun salutes are a great way to invigorate the body, and I love doing sun salutes, but this is also a really nice way to gently encourage that prana to move through the body. So we're just going to start with the head, and with our fingertips we're just going to work through the head and continually to breathe, please, while you're doing it. Work through the back of the head, just this tapping sensation. Oh, so good. Getting rid of that brain fog, that heaviness through either side of the spine, down the neck. Breathing and working up. Remember, we're on this mindful yoga journey. So listening to the sounds that this tapping is making, feeling the sensations that are happening underneath the surface of the skin. Okay, opening your mouth. This is not part of it, but I'm just adding this in. And just taking our hands to the jawline and just massaging through the jawline. It's a bit hard to talk and massage at the same time, but keep your mouth open and you'll find that spot it gets really tense in there sometimes. Oh, it feels so good. And back the other way. Oh, amazing. I'm just adding extra stuff in. I'll tell you when we're in the Japanese Do-In. Bring the pads of the fingertips onto your onto your forehead. They're stacking on top of each other with a little bit of force. Not force, I shouldn't say force. A little bit of pressure. Just press down and move the fingertips away from each other. Working through the temples. Just a nice slow motion one way. And back the other way. Let's do that one more time. Oh, feel that tension just start to melt away. One way. And the other way. Beautiful. Work those hands down to the jawline again. Just one last little movement through here. And then bringing our pads of our thumb and our index onto our lobes of our ears and just gently pressing the ears between the lobes, just walking up the ears. Breathing as you're doing this. And the top ears we direct up. And let's start from the top, back down, and the lobes we just release down. Oh, so good. So we're taking this part of our hand that runs down through the pinky and we're aiming for this trap here opposite side, and we're just kind of chopping in there. Okay, this is part of the technique. We're getting back on track, sorry guys. Just chopping through there, staying away from the shoulder bone. So it's just away from the shoulder bone, and then onto the opposite side. I've just noticed a few people join in. We're just learning a Japanese do-in technique. It's a really cool technique. It helps to just generate, activate all the prana in the body. Okay, and then we're going to make fists on our chest and work across, breathing. And then we're going to take our left arm and we're going to work through the inner part of the arm. This is where the lung meridian is. Then turn the arm around and work through the outer part, inner part of the arm. And working out one more time. And then we're going to take the palm and we're going to rub the shoulder, rub through the joint there. And rub through the elbow. Generate some heat into this area and rub through the wrists. And then, you know, those Chinese burns we used to give our brothers and sisters and cousins as kid? We're going to kind of do that, but not burn ourselves. But it's like this ringing out sensation right down towards the fingers, and then flick. And we're going to do the inner part of the other arm, opposite arm. Continue to breathe, move the arm out, working down. Okay, rubbing the shoulder. Rubbing the elbow and the wrist, and then wringing it out. Beautiful. Okay, so just leaning forward and going up either side of your spine, not on the spine. As far up with your back you can go. Beautiful, through the sides of your buttocks there, through the sides of the hips, and just pads of the fingers onto the tummy. We don't want to do too much pressure on the tummy. Be nice and gentle through this region. Continue to get the breath going. Okay, we're going to extend that left foot onto the ground. And we're going to get our fists and work through our thighs, through the backs of the thighs, through the sides, through the inner leg. Work all the way around. And then with both hands, we're going to rub that knee. Generate some heat there. And with an open palm, we're going to work through the sides. Making some beats with our legs. And then getting our fists like we're going to uppercut a boxing bag. Let's use our calf muscles and uppercut through that calf muscle. Keep breathing. And then getting our hands rubbing through the ankles, through the other side, and then with our hand we're moving through the sole of the foot. And then we're going to take the toe fingers in between two fingers and work them back and forth, and then move on to the next two. So there's always one toe that's repeated. breathing, keep going through. Beautiful. And then doing this side. And rubbing the joints. Opening through. And boxing through the calf muscle. Keep that breath flowing. And then working through the ankles there. And then through the soles of the feet. And then working through those toes. And then lying down. And just bring the knees into the chest. And rotate the knees. Can you guys hear me still? Yeah. And let's just lay our legs out and just feel the influence that that technique has had on us. We're not done yet, but I just want us to really connect now into this moment, into this space. Feeling your body. You might feel like it's a little bit buzzy. You might feel that tingling sensation. You might feel that warmth that's being naturally generated. So this technique is amazing to do first thing in the morning. And let's take our legs up and just give them a little jiggle, and then bring the knees out to either side of the torso. Take hold either around the backs of the knees, the calf muscles, or the edges of the feet. Choose a position that allows your shoulder blades to be grounded and that lower back to be even. Draw the chin in slightly. And soles of the feet come onto the mat. Walk the heels in towards the bottom. Walk shoulder blades down. We're going to inhale. And we're going to roll up one vertebra at a time. And exhale, releasing down. Inhaling up. Stay nice and strong through the feet. Engage through the glutes. Check that the knees aren't splaying outwards as we come up. We want them to be in line with our hip distance at all times. Stay nice and activated through our core. Pretending like we're zipping up some jeans. That's the activation that we require through this region. Beautiful. One more time. And then we're going to just lift our bottom off, and we're going to we're going to bring the soles of our feet onto the mat, and we're going to extend the feet out, flexing the toes up towards the ceiling. Really walk those elbows in. Now, if you've got any neck problems or blood pressure issues, just take care with this one. You might want to sit it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a nice inhalation. And as we exhale, we're going to rise up onto our elbows and look down the front line of our body and really draw those shoulder blades together. Now, if it's comfortable for your neck, you might like to release the head back, but keep pressing into those elbows so we've got a nice lengthened position. Breathing. to release, just sliding back, gradually moving our head away, taking a moment so that blood pressure equalizes. Bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. Move the hands out. And just bring the feet to either sides of the edges of the mat. Hands come into a T. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to release the legs over to the right. Back to center. And over to the opposite side. And then we're going to take our hands behind our knees, just flicking the legs up and through, massaging that spine onto the mat. And then extend those legs out in front of us. Now, if you like, you can use your strap, or if you don't have one, that's fine, but a strap's really nice. We want to flex those toes back towards us, move the buttocks away so that we're flat, draw those shoulder blades back so the spine is nice and tall. And what we want to do in our forward fold is we want to initiate it from the hip creases, not the tops of the hips. So we're going to inhale, lengthen, and as we exhale, we're going to lead with the heart and come into a beautiful straight back forward fold. And that might mean that your hands are just here. That's totally fine. If you don't have a strap, you can just relax them on either side. With our forward fold, I want us to just close our eyes, soften the muscles around our face, really just sink into this pose. Just feel how your body responds to it. Feel the areas of resistance. And I want us, as we breathe in, I want us to imagine the whole body breathing in like it's being pumped up. So it's like this ebbing and flowing. And as we exhale, we just soften into the pose. Inhale and exhale. Just draw the chin in slightly so there's length through the back of the neck. One more time. Beautiful. Inhaling the hands up and exhale. We're just going to bring that sole of foot into, that right sole of foot into the groin. Bring our right hand near our buttocks. As we inhale, we're going to lift up and come into that star pose. Opening through that front body, really pressing those hips forward. And then we're going to exhale back down. And changing sides. Hand comes near the buttocks, inhaling up. Opening. Some of you might want to extend out so you get that really nice stretch running through the side body, and then coming back, and then just coming onto standing just very momentarily. Going to take you through just one gentle sun salute to end with. So we're going to inhale our hands up. As we exhale, we're going to lead with the heart. Hands swing back and then come into our standing forward fold. Now just interlace those elbows and just swing from side to side here. And then bring our hands either onto the mat or onto our knees as we make the number 7 with our body, or lifted chest, lengthening out through the crown of the head and the sitting bones. And then we're going to ground those hands back. We're going to strike the left leg back, And let's just move into a high lunge. Pressing out through the ball of that foot. Really lengthen out through that lower back. Inhaling up. And then we're going to pivot that left foot out to the long side of the mat as we come into a lunge and we come into that warrior two. Excuse my back towards you. Release that left hand back. Right hand reaches up. And then ground those hands. Pivot on that back foot. Move back into your down dog. Really lifting those hips. Start to draw those shoulder blades back. Find space through the region of the back, those shoulder blades. Bring the body weight to the front as we come into plank. Don't let those hips sag. Draw nice and strong through the shoulders. Press out through those heels, lowering down. Soft cobra. Relax through those shoulders. Exhale, releasing. Move back into our child's pose. Extended hands out in front of us. Rest the activities of the mind on the breath. Inhaling, all fours. Exhale, down dog. Draw this left foot up to the ceiling. And then we're going to sweep it through to take that left hand place. And then we're going to come into that high lunge. Lengthen through that lower back. Opening up. Just lining up the heel of that front foot with the arch of the back foot. Releasing that right hand down, left hand reaches up. Coming back, we're going to ground those hands. Step back into our down dog. Move through that vinyasa. Let's move back into that child's pose. Staying in this child's pose. Bring the hands back by the wrists, ankles, Allow the shoulder blades to soften, those shoulders to roll forward. And inhaling, coming up. And we're going to just lie down now onto our mat and connecting with that Brahmari breath again as we start to move into Savasana. You might like to bring the soles of your feet together. And bring your hands up and over your head. Take a few nice, deep, relaxing breaths, allowing the back body just to surrender, soften into the floor. And just starting with the hum through the throat. Let's just stay with the throat 2 more times. You might like to just stay in this supine pose, or you can just bring your legs out, extending them out. Walking the shoulder blades down, just coming into Savasana. Just taking your fingertips through your hair, just massaging through your scalp. You guys don't have to worry about what your hair looks like, but I do. No, I don't care. Just massaging through. Just allowing these beautiful sacred sounds to wash over you for a few moments, transporting you to a place of deep peace and rest. There's no way you need to be right now, but here. Just relax. Just in your own time, roll your head from side to side, just very gently, in a very nurturing way. Just allow your body just to come back into the here and now, just ever so slightly awakening the body. And then just roll out onto your side and just take a few nice restful breaths here. Really capitalize on this opportunity just to be in this beautiful fetal position, just resting. And then supporting the body up. We're going to end with our magic ingredient to our classes, which is this beautiful yoga meditation, this mantra meditation. So if you haven't done it before with us, we use these beautiful yoga mantras to free the mind from all worries, all concerns. And these yoga mantras are actually inner nourishment for you, the living being within. So I'm going to do the mantra. I'll write it in here for you guys. Haribol, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur Haribol. Just in case there's some new guys here. I'd really appreciate it if you guys can just comment after the class in the comment section, just so I know who came to class. It's always so nice to see who's connected with these classes. And if there's any new folk here tonight, please feel free to private message us and just introduce yourself. Say how you found out about the classes, what you're hoping to get out of your practice, and we can really tailor these classes. So I'm going to say the yoga sound, you listen, and then you respond back. eyes closed. Just taking a few nice, deep, long breaths. And I'd just like to read you a verse from the Bhagavad Gita, which is the yoga literature. It's a beautiful book to dive in with such personal instructions of how we can live our life. So much wisdom contained, spoken by Bhagavan Sri Krishna. One who is able to withdraw his senses from sense objects, as the tortoise draws his limbs within the shell, is to be understood as truly situated in knowledge. And just a little bit of the purport. The test of a yogi or self-realized soul is that he is able to control the senses according to his plan. Most people, however, are servants of the senses and thus directed by the dictations of the senses. That is the answer to the question as to how the yogi is situated. The senses are compared to venomous serpents. They want to act very loosely and without restriction. The yogi must be very strong to control the serpent like a snake charmer. So how we learn to control our senses is by engaging in this mantra meditation. It helps us to realize that we are separate from our body, that we don't need to be dictated from our body's needs, our minds, that we're separate from our mind, and that we need this inner nourishment on a daily basis so we're not taken and swept away by all the external things of this world. So thank you very much. I hope this practice was in some way helpful to you. Just letting you know, at 7:30 I'm going to be taking you guys through a deep peace journey, so 7:30 to 8:15. It's just a 45-minute class, so if you want to grab something to eat, jump in the shower, get into your jammies, it's going to be a really beautiful way to unwind. It's going to be lying down, lots of beautiful yoga nidra, extended breath work, some mindfulness in there. So if you've got nothing better to do tonight, then please join me at 7:30. Thank you guys. Namaste, and lovely to see you.